Vedic astrology, with its over 5,000-year history, is a fascinating blend of human intuition and science. It's incredible to think about how much ancient Indian astrologers understood about the cosmos. For example, references to planets like Neptune and Pluto appear in Indian texts from over 5,000 years ago. Long before modern astronomy officially discovered these planets in 1930, this suggests that these ancient systems had profound insights that still surprise us today. Vedic astrology, like all forms of astrology, continues to evoke a wide range of reactions. Some people believe wholeheartedly, while others dismiss it outright. Over the years, I've encountered many perspectives. While I rely on scientific exploration and personal intuition, I always encourage skeptics to evaluate my predictions by reviewing my past forecasts. Sadly, many skip that step and jump straight into dismissal. What I've noticed is that skeptics often go through a series of common reactions, phases, that reveal a lot about human psychology. So here's a straightforward 23-stage guide, based on my observations, that humorously captures how some skeptics dismiss Vedic astrology. You might recognize yourself or someone you know in these. Phase 1. Astrology is hooey, man. It's fake, fraud, and a scam. This is the skeptic's initial impulsive rejection, asserted with absolute certainty, no questions asked. Phase 2. Anybody could have arrived at the same conclusions. The skeptic claims that astrology's insights are obvious and accessible to everyone, as if it's common sense. Phase 3. Anyone could have guessed that. It's as random as a coin toss. They equate the accuracy of predictions to luck, implying that astrology is just chance, not skill. Phase 4. You just got lucky, you one-trick pony, you one-hit wonder. Any correct forecast is dismissed as mere coincidence, luck rather than mastery. Phase 5. You worship the devil. This is satanic. The skeptic links astrology to evil or malevolent forces based on old stereotypes and superstitions. Phase 6. Your gods are fake. They attack the metaphysical or religious foundations, calling spiritual beliefs false or meaningless. Phase 7. This is witchcraft. You're Simon the Sorcerer, labeling astrology as black magic or sorcery, an old religious stereotype implying manipulation or dark arts. Phase 8. My God is the true God. Repent now, sinner, or I'll condemn you to hell. The skeptic uses religious language, condemning astrology as sinful and threatening eternal punishment. Phase 9. Can your astrology save lives? Can it stop crimes? Can it protect women in India? Can it predict severe weather events like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, storms, and floods? Can it forecast how much someone will score in their next game? Or tell me what I had for breakfast? Or even reveal my own name? Get out of here, hover wow %. Driven by blind hatred, some skeptics dismiss even the simplest questions, ignoring whether astrology can actually do what it claims without testing it. Phase 10. You're just a roadside fraud astrologer. This dismisses the astrologer's credibility outright, implying they're just a street con artist or carnival faker. Phase 11. Keep your fraud at the carnivals. They reduce astrology to entertainment, dismissing it as nothing more than a show for fun, not a serious or insightful practice. Phase 12. Check his funding. FBI. Russian asset, Chinese asset. He's a bot. Resorting to conspiracy theories, claiming the astrologer is secretly funded by foreign agencies or is just an AI-controlled fake to deceive people. Phase 13. Bro, you need to be medicated. Launching personal attacks, suggesting the astrologer is mentally unstable or unwell. Phase 14. You don't know how science works. They falsely claim that astrology ignores scientific methods or principles, dismissing it as unscientific. Phase 15. Even 1,000,000 correct predictions wouldn't make it science. Refusing to accept scientific validation, no matter how many accurate forecasts are produced. Phase 16. Correlation isn't causation. They use this phrase as a shield, implying that even if two things happen together, one doesn't cause the other, so astrology is meaningless. Phase 17. Astrology is bunkum. Do you even understand precession? They question the astronomical basis of astrology, ignoring how Vedic astrology accounts for Earth's tilt and movement. Phase 18. Ophiuchus and Cetus are new constellations that astrology isn't even aware of. This proves that astrology is a sham. They claim that new discoveries in astronomy, like these constellations, disprove ancient astrology, despite it not being based solely on individual constellations, but on broader celestial cycles and principles. Phase 19. Most of astrology is just the Barnum effect, confirmation bias, and the dissociative experience scale. As such, it's rejected by the scientific community. They criticize astrology as psychological trickery, then retreat when space or natural disaster predictions are shown to be precise and accurate. Phase 20. ChatGPT generated the forecast. They mock the predictions by claiming they're AI generated, not from intuition or divine insight, then avoid or back down when asked to produce AI predictions themselves. Phase 21. You're a Brahmin, and I'm blocking you for promoting caste discrimination through your astrology. They accuse the astrologer of caste bias, despite caste not being relevant to astrology's actual practice, and dismiss them on that basis. Phase 22. You claim to advise NASA, SpaceX, and ISRO. We'll shut down all scientific organizations. You launch rockets and explain science to us. They irrationally see astrology as an existential threat to science itself, dismissing its insights as dangerous or heretical, rather than appreciating it as a different perspective. Phase 23. And finally, they resort to endless personal attacks, vile insults, and unhinged abuse. When all else fails, skeptics lash out with insults and hostility because the evidence supporting astrology threatens their ego and worldview. These phases and reactions are often more amusing than harmful, but they also reveal how difficult it can be for some to accept astrology. Skepticism is normal and healthy, part of genuine inquiry, but it's also important to keep an open mind. Sometimes exploring what Vedic astrology might have to offer leads to surprising insights that even skeptics might overlook.